My name is Raymond J. Bly. I live in Jessup, Maryland and Howard County, Maryland. I'd like to warn you not to come to Maryland if you've ever been convicted of a crime. In 2015, August, my wife went comatose due to too much chemo and radiation to cure her cancer a few years before. The side effects, especially the brain chemo radiation. I ran out of money trying to care for her at home because I'm disabled. I needed to hire people to carry her to the bathtub, help clean her bed all the time. And so I ran to court to get some money out of her IRA. Judge William Tucker appointed Rena Rockbart as my wife's attorney to send somebody out here to interview my wife, but my wife was comatose. 3 days later, we go to court. The first thing Rena Rockbart said, by the way, she sat on committees about guardianship rules and regulations and laws and statutes. She's an expert on it. The first thing she said at the hearing in the guardianship of me trying to get money was that I'm a felon, that I can't have anything to do with my wife of 45 years at that time. You're talking about being shocked? All I wanted was $2,000 until I could get my VA check and Social Security check again. And the judge refused, saying I wasn't entitled to touch any assets or be around my wife. That was Judge William Tucker of Howard County Circuit Court. And my wife's lawyer, Rena Rockbart of Ellicott City, which is appointed quite frequently. She brags about 1,500 times or something she's been appointed in guardianship cases, a real expert on it. Second time she goes to court, she says there's a video that I threatened to kill my wife and kill myself. On another transcript, which was a lie. I didn't go because I didn't want to lose my wife. I put out a video like this saying, fuck you, Judge Tucker, you might be able to take my assets, but you're not taking my wife. I'm going to be the one caring for her. So they sent the SWAT team, beat the hell out of me, and took my wife anyway. My sick wife. So, that fall of 2015, I get a bunch of people together. We write letters to every United States congressman, every United States senator in Washington, D.C., every governor in the United States, every delegate to Annapolis, every senator to Annapolis, Maryland. I got a handful of replies. 4 governors called me and apologized of what happened in Maryland. Even Larry Hogan, I asked for help at the beginning of this. My wife put in habeas corpuses a few weeks after the first hearing that she woke up and was totally coherent. Judge William Tucker and Rena Rockbart says it doesn't matter if she's totally coherent and wants to have a court hearing showing her competency. I'm a felon. It's state law. I cannot touch her assets or be around a sick person, period, under Maryland state law. That's what they kept quoting. So I sued Rena Rockbart in the district court of Howard County. She gets up there and says I'm not even allowed to be the personal representative of my wife's estate under the law. They just gave it to me as a token because they broke everything we had already. All the money gone. A judge, Ricardo Zag, stated that was true. I can't sue her as the PR for malpractice, and it is the law. I was not allowed to be around my wife. She didn't abuse my authority of being a husband of 46 years, 47 years when my wife died. And my wife and me submitted to a Green Russell III of the Federal District Court habeas corpuses that my wife was being held against her will, crying to come home every day. He dismisses them. So it must be the law of Maryland that if you've ever been convicted of a felony, which I was 30 years ago, and I was married 45 years, and my wife wanted to be home with me, if your spouse becomes sick, she's taken away and all your assets are taken away. Period, no matter what either one of you want. Thank you very much. Don't come to Maryland if you've ever been convicted.